Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. We're going to play with our scraps. And I don't know about you, but I end up with a lot of cardstock scraps, strips, and pieces. So, and I don't just want to throw them away. So we're going to do something with these today. So, well, not these actual, but I tried doing this video before, and for some reason, my phone didn't want to record the whole thing. So, what we're going to end up doing is making one of these little things. Now, there's a belly band on the front. There are pockets, 2 pockets on that side, 2 on that side, and a big one in the back. I haven't put anything in the pockets yet because and everything in here is scraps. So I think I did use a couple of book pages, but you know, our scraps just keep piling up and piling up. So now it's time to do something with them. Now, for the sake of saving time, I went ahead and cut all my pieces and got them ready to go. What you're going to need to start off with is 1 full sheet of cardstock. And this one I cut at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 5.5, and then there's the rest of it. And they're not the same size because we don't want them the same size, and I'll show you why. Now, when I did the center on this, it's more than just one score line. See if I can show you on here. Here is, I fold it this way. This is our center. And then I did one more over towards the left-hand side, which gives me that front offset just a little bit. But you're going to need this thickness. Now, I could have just cut regular pockets and then glued them, but I would be losing space. So I've got pockets cut, I've got belly band cut, and it's all from scraps. So let's work on putting this thing together. First thing I want to do is, since this is my front, excuse me, I'm going to take a book page, tear it down, and we're going to use this as our background on our page. One thing I noticed, paper has a pattern to it in the way that it was created. I mean, going along the sides, this tears just fine. Almost in a nice, neat thing, but when you go across the end, it doesn't want to tear straight. I mean, it gets raggedy. So there's one. And I'm going to use the it looking raggedy and all. Right, this one comes down here. Try to get it as straight as possible. And then, which side looks better? This side looks a little bit better. I did through the base pages, the pieces, go ahead and ink them and get the tape on them. So that would save us some part of some time, because the first video was, it was long. It was almost an hour long. But I was doing everything from cutting the pieces to all of it to show you start to finish. So evidently my phone doesn't like the long videos. So that's okay. There. Now I want a belly band on the front. And I have it here, but I made 2 score marks, as you can see. And there's a reason for that, which I'll show you in just a moment. Now, I'm going to do something I don't usually do with these, but I'm going to have to do it on this one because of the way it's going to hold together. So I'm going to put the tape on the back part of the belly band. Just like that. And this is the way I usually like doing my belly bands because I get the whole page to use. There. Somewhere, here it is. Got my pokey tool. And I'm just going to take off one edge. And I'm not going to glue it. That's the band for it, or the mat for it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this along the uppermost score mark and just bend it over. Now, it is going to give me some depth in here, but that's what I want. Now, I'm going to do the same thing for the bottom. Come right along here, make sure it's lined up, and come down to that first score mark. Side there, side needs to come down a little bit. This is not the, you know, it takes a little finagling, but it is worth it. All right, let me try bending it out. It worked fine the first one. I think it's just because I'm on camera that it doesn't want to do right. Come in, line it up. Come on now, be nice, behave yourselves. There. It took a little finagling, but you see how we've got that room? We're going to need it. Now, this is the front. On my back, let me find my back. This way I know everything is going the same way. Because the first time I did this, it was a disaster. Let me show you. I got the first one right, pockets in the right way and everything, but when I did the second one, my pocket's upside down and my inside pockets are upside down. So, it happens. Now, with our big pockets, what I want to do is I'm going to come down here and show you this way. I'm going to trim my corners just a little bit because I don't want those to show when I do it there. Now these, I'm not doing a straight 45 angle here. I'm just coming in a little ways, as you can see, from that corner. And I'll show you exactly why here in just a second. Let me get this other one done. That part's done. Where's my trash can? Now, I'm going to come in here with my tape. And go all the way around my sides, keeping close to this outer edge. Jack's right there, and here I'm using my scissors. This way I can get right up to the edge. I have a hard time getting to the edge with the scissors. And it always ends up leaving a little bit. But with this, I can just tear it off right there towards the edge. Now, I'm going to press this down nice and firmly. when I fold my back in, I'm going to fold the sides first and then come up with that bottom. Because when you put something inside, it's going to go down, and that's going to keep it from getting caught on that back. So I pull this up just a little bit, not all the way, just to start off with. That way I've got something to hold it with, and my hands are not getting in on that tape. Burnish it down. Then I can come back here, peel those off, and then take off this bottom. And then I'm going around the edge with glue, because even at some point, tape does have a tendency to pull loose, whereas the glue will hold it. My glue coming out? Yeah. I gotta clean my nozzle. Now, this is going on the back. And I'm simply going to put it down. Now, I did the book page on there, so it's fine. Another one that's fairly full. This one looks all right. And I come down and do the same thing on the back. Because I can go back later with like a flower sticker or something and put on there. Is that going to be, it's not quite the right width. See how easy that tears straight across? But to get this edge up here, it does not want to tear easy at all. It wants to give me a jagged edge. But I can deal with that. The start line. Yeah. It doesn't like me tonight. But that's okay. You know, in the course of all of our makes and creates, we end up with a lot of scraps. Now, if they're double-sided papers, I like saving those to make tags with, because then I don't have to do something to the plain back. Now, should I get that? The words on right? Let me see if I got a piece of paper towel here and clear out my nozzle. All right, this side. I had to stop for a minute. Figure out which is front, which is back. And then down that goes. Now, so we've got our pocket here, and we've got our belly band here. Now, I did cut a piece to map that belly band with, and I already put tape on it. I'm trying to save time here because I don't want this video to end up being an hour long like the first one was. All right, which way? I think we'll go this way. Center that, and down it goes. Easy peasy. Now, the first one, I had the inside upside down. I don't want it to happen to this one, so I'm simply going to take it and turn it over and take a paper clip and attach it up here to begin with, so that I know that's my top. Now, I'm going to ink the back where this came through, so we don't see it that much. It will be noticeable, but not that much. Now, I have, oh, that's a scrap. I have one, another piece of scrap, 2 and 3 pockets. So, I'm not going to cover the whole thing here. What I'm simply going to do is fold that up enough to where I can see what needs to be covered. And I need to come down here. And I have a little square piece. And as you can see, it will fit there just right. So, take this off and put my glue down. And then put that piece of mat right up there. Now, I did not put tape on some of these. Okay, we can do it. I think. Where did, oh. I set it over to the side and then I can't find it. So, right to the edge. That goes down. Come down here. We'll do this way. And the last one. Just that easy. Now, well, pull it back just a little. There and there. Fold these over. And then take that bottom and put it down. I'm just going to use the back of my pokey tool to burnish that down there. Those come off. And then the bottom comes off. And then on with our glue. By using the tape and glue together, I found that it's going to keep that whole flap down. If you put the tape over here, you're going to have this part sticking up inside. And I don't want that. So, center that down there on the bottom, place it down, and there we go. There's that one. Now, I need this. And I thought I had another little piece in here. I don't see it now. Oh well. I'm going to come in here with a piece of this. And, alright, so we'll do it backwards. I'll fit it where I want it. Somewhere. I need a pin. I'll put a little mark here. There's my lid. These things dry out so fast if you don't keep the lids on them. And no, I'm not going to tear it. Choco Chocks. Use my little chomper here. Turn that off. And which way is up? This way is up. Ink around there. Now, when I first made these, I was watching Charlotte Peterson, and a good friend of hers gave her this huge die cut, a die, and it cut out the pattern. Well, it was a simple fold over that had the pocket on one side, the big pocket on one side, and the little pocket over here. Yeah, she added another one, I think. But as I've let y'all know before, I suffer from the what ifs. And it was like, well, you know, what if we did this and tried that, and this is what ends up. Something like this. So, I had made it, that one with, similar to this one, but I used 11 by 17 sheets of cardstock. And you can buy the longer ones at, you know, Staples, Office Depot, most office supply houses. And if they don't have it in stock, you can order it online. It's not very expensive, but, you know, it's not cheap either. And I only ordered one ream of it. I've still got quite a bit left, because I ordered it mainly to do my ephemera books. Now, make sure everything's inked. Pull those off. That goes in the trash. This side comes off. And down goes our glue. Out of my hands before I end up poking myself. Across the bottom, up the side. And I'm staggering these just a little on the bottom, just so I can see, because I cut them the same, I scored them the same width, but I'm just bringing up that lip a little on the bottom. I'm not sure if you can see that. So now all I gotta do is find a piece for this. Maybe not. I don't know if I like that. These are all scraps I've been using. I just got them stuck up here in the... Oh, this is pretty. I wonder if I like it. No, it's not long enough that way. But it is almost wide enough this way. So, I'm going to set this down here. And what I do with my pen, I'm going to mark it here where I want it to go, and then I'm going to slide the whole part over and mark it here, trying not to mark the pocket itself. I mean, I could probably sit here and measure it out, but with the ruler, but I'm too lazy, and I don't like measuring if I can help it. Okay, here is our piece. Put that up there, that little piece can go out. That. Make sure I've got a right way and a wrong way. Some of these do have patterns. They're just hard to see. And down goes the glue. Now, like I said, the first one I did out 11 by 17 cardstock. Well, when I was asked to recreate it and to do a tutorial on it, I started thinking, how many people actually have, you know, 11 by 17 cardstock? Not many. So why should I use what people don't have? Like it there. See if I've got another pen that I don't have to take the lid off of so much. Like that there. And slide it under, chop it off. So I went through, figured one thing I wanted to use was scraps. And I was going to use all cardstock, you know, the fancy cardstock paper. But when I opened up my folder, there was this bundle of white cardstock strips and pieces. And I figured, okay, we'll use that and see where we go from there. Now, this side here, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I got an extra pocket. I don't know where I ended up with an extra pocket, but that's okay. This will go just like that. How many does, all right, that's got tape. That has no tape, that has no tape. Let's get these all taped up so we don't have to mess with them anymore. Sort of like assembly line fashion. There's 1. 2. And 3. That one's done. We'll come in here and do this one. Oh, somewhere we'll stick this little pocket. Or one of these little small pockets. That there. And then this one, and then one more, and I think we're going to be done with using our tape. I just like when I start something to go ahead, get everything ready, and be able to go step by step. And just do it. So, there, all of our tape is done. And that one already has the tape on it. So, we're going to go with our big one. Pokey tool, take off this little, just the end on that one. Oops, that didn't burnish very well. Pull that up, hold these over, press it down, and there. Take those two off, the end off. Oops, do not fall. Okay, there's 1, 2, and that side. This one was just a little narrow, but that's okay. How far down does the next one come? So I don't really need a whole lot there. So maybe that's not wide enough. Oh, that's definitely not wide enough. Nope. What else do we have up here that we can use? Not many more long strips. There's a piece. That would work. It may be cutting it just a tad close, but we'll make it work. Put that on that side, line it up there. See where I want to cut it that way. Bring this down. Ooh. Trimmed it on the wrong side. That's okay. Line it up to get the straight edge, and if it's straight, it's straight. If not, we'll deal with it. Where'd it go? Here we go. Now this has got a piece where it didn't print all the way. It is part of a digital. I think I bought most of these digital papers when COVID first hit. and we couldn't go to the store, so there's no telling where I got them. Or I'm not even sure they're even out there anymore. They may be discontinued or whatever. So, if you're interested in pretty paper, take a few minutes and go online and just look. I think I got most of these in Etsy. And they have got tons of stuff. And it's all decent. Well, some of it's decently priced. But to begin with, all I knew about was Etsy. I didn't know anything about Wish or Temu. Oh, Temu wasn't around back then. But the only two places I knew to go to was Etsy, eBay, and Amazon. Well, then in one of the crafting groups online, on Facebook, they were talking about two places, scrapbook.com and a cherry on top. So I started checking them out. And they have some things, they're comfortably priced with most of your stores. Now again, I'm going to stagger it on the bottom just enough and put that one down. Now, I think I'm going to use this one here. Yeah, we'll go with a smaller one. So I still need something to go across there. And yeah. Although it may, what's this? That's pretty. Just be a darker version. And it doesn't need much trimming. I think we'll try this with the scissors. If I mess it up, I've still got the green there I can use. Not too bad. It'll work. Here we go. When I was first getting into this, I didn't know anything about digitals. So most of what I have learned about buying online has basically been self-taught. Now, take this end. I'm going to go ahead and just take the whole end off. And then the bottom. Ooh, I hear thunder. We had thunder earlier today, and it sounded like it was going to be one big major storm. But, I mean, it got dark, almost like nighttime. But it didn't rain. It just got dark, thundered, and moved on by. Now, we'll do our other one here. Then all I need is something to go on top of here. That would do. That would work. Probably shouldn't be marking on the front. But trim this last little piece off. See where I'm trimming. Make sure I got it in the right place. Yeah. That down there and that down, just like that. I'm not going to worry about this one right yet. So that is basically what I did. Only I did 3 pockets on each side in this one here. There's only 3. But I've got, yeah, I've still got 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, only 2 on here. Maybe that's where the other pocket went. Yep, I think that's where it should have gone. We'll do it real quickly. Stick this one down. Because it doesn't take much. Only a moment or 2. That up. Oh, don't stick to my mat. Push those down. And then come in with our glue. And here. And now we need one final mat. I don't think the green is going to work. We could. Do I have a wide enough piece of music paper? Oh, yes. We can use a piece of music paper right here. And right down here. Ink it. And see, all of this was from scraps. Now, I'm not going to sit here and make all the tags and stuff to go in it. Because I'm sure every one of you knows how to make tags. So, make sure I've got it situated right. And there. It is almost right to the edge. Perfect. Now, remember we've got the 2 score lines there? So now when I close it, yeah, it's still a little thick down here, but that works. Now, for the front belly band, when you put your tags and stuff in here, it'll be a little thicker, but look how that fits in there. And there it is. You've got 1 opening, you've got 2 opening, you've got the back, and this will slide out to access that pocket there. Just that simple. And it took up 1 sheet of cardstock, and the rest are scraps. And now I still have a few of my white scraps left that you see in the beginning of the video. But there was a lot that went into that. As far as, you know, what I used. And we pay good money for our papers. And every little bit that we have and that we can save saves us money so that we can use them until we use them up. So, not bad for nothing but scraps. So if you liked what I shared with you today, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and click on that notification bell so you'll be notified for more ways we can use scraps, create beautiful things, and just share time together as friends. So until next time, bye guys!